Oh, look at that. Hello, this is Jake and welcome to an update on my RC boat restoration project. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with this model and other models and projects I'm working on. I do have quite a couple. So today in this video, well, you can already see it's not like the last update because the boat is a different colour. It is now white and red. So I've got several things to talk about. We've done some work inside. The cab's basically cleared off, ready to all be painted, sealed, made a little bit stronger. It's a little bit flimsy at the moment. I've put the stuff inside so we can put the battery in, the ECU, and the servo has been fitted for the rudder. Other stuff that will go in there probably at a later date is something to do with the lights, but the wiring will be done for the lights anyway, even if they're not all working by the time it's on the water. But you can see it's painted. It's in, I want to go kind of a white star line colour at the beginning. So we got red, white. I did think about doing the black. I decided against it. So we went white, red, and then there'd be a unique colour to contrast all of that and to make it completely my own design. I do have a name for it and a symbol that will be going on at a later date as well. So what I'm going to do is move the camera around. We'll talk about the paint job and some of the holes that were filled using super glue. A lot of sanding. The entire boat was sanded down as much as I could. All the stuff's been removed apart from the railings on the front, which are probably going to be removed. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, let's crack on with it. Let me show you what I've done and everything, and then hopefully you get an idea where this model's heading. Right. Moment of truth. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's incredible. So that's it in the bathtub. It floated. There was no problems with that. No signs of water coming in. So what I've done is filled the holes with super glue. Well, first I sanded the hole down, completely sanded it down, and I used this rocket matte glue to put in the holes. Let the glue build up. Probably put 3 layers on, then sanded it down, then put another layer on, and sealed the hull that way. I've done that before with a model boat and it worked with a wooden hull, so I'm very confident it's going to work now. I've completely varnished the inside of the actual ship to where I can get to, right from the stern up to here. Now I can't go any farther this way. I didn't want to cut no more deck out because the mast will go there, but I'm pretty confident that no water's ever going to get through anyway. So we'll leave that, but the rest has been varnished. We'll take a look inside in a minute because there are some things that's been done, including the servo for the rudder and the tray where the battery's going to go. Now you still got cracks on the side here, you can probably see, and that's all around the ship. The reason for this, and I've not sanded them down, because I was told by a couple of people that it'd be nice to see this restored but still show signs of wear and tear. And I do agree with that. So I've left these cracks in it, so it will show some signs of age and everything. It still keeps a bit of the original, when I bought it, some of the original damages and everything like that. So it kind of tells a story at the same time. So yeah, I'm going to leave these cracks all around. The hull itself, below waterline, is completely sealed, so there's no worries there. But it is nice to see some of these older markings on it. I've still not found out how old the model is, which I would like to find out at some point. But anyway, let's move the camera around and we'll have a look inside and see what I've done with that. Okay, so here we are. We have our, you can just see here, servo, been stuck in place, tested, does work. It's not actually linked up to the rudder yet. I'm still waiting for the connection part that I've ordered. It will connect to the rudder down here. But the servo is one of these I bought off eBay. I bought 4 of them. They are metal geared and everything. They should be plenty, plenty to control the rudder. That shouldn't be an issue. Motor's not in yet. The actual shaft for the prop is removed. Will be put back in very soon. And then of course the area for the motor, which is going here, and that's not been put in yet. I haven't got a motor spare. I did think, well, I thought I had a Poison one that I had left over from one of my RC trucks, but no, I haven't. So I got to order one of them and a universal joint and everything, connect that up and make some kind of mount for it to go in. I fitted this piece of plasticard here. It's not too clean inside. You could probably see the where I put the lacquer, the varnish and everything, which adds out with sealing it. But this is where our ESC is gonna go, and it'll just be fitted here. And then what I'll probably do is just make some kind of bracket here and put a switch on, so you can lift the cab off, switch it on there. Or I might even put a switch on the cab, we'll see. But the cab's got to come off either way because the battery got to go in here. So battery I will be using is one of these. This is what I use with all my models, RC cars, trucks, everything. I got a couple of these lying around now. This is actually one out of the RC car, so it's a bit scratched on the bottom, but nothing too serious. It's not damaged. But this is now being moved over to my Hamburg tender and will be used for that. But I got a couple of these. They are great. They cost around £20, I think, roughly between 15 and 20. And this will go in here like that. We will put it in the water again, and I will mark out where I put some ends on it so it doesn't move about when the boat's actually moving in the water. But it fits in there fine, and then this will obviously connect to the ECU, which will be here somewhere. Well, right here. And we'll just connect it like that. And like I said, there'll be a switch. So that's not a problem. It also adds a bit of weight. But you saw from the footage that the boat is very buoyant in the water. It's not leaning either side. And it was tested in the water with a battery in as well. So I think what we'll do is just add some lead weight at a later date when all the ship's actually finished. Because I know the masts and everything, they are brass, so they do actually weigh quite a bit, so that add weight to the model as well. But other than that, that's what I've done with the interior inside. The deck, there's a massive hole here. If I just move it back a second, there we go, there's a massive hole here. The deck actually comes across here. The reason for this, I wanted to put some lacquer down there, plus there was parts in there rattling around, and it was parts that I needed to finish the cab. So they'd obviously come off in transit or something, and they fell in there somehow. So I broke that off. I will replace that. I'm doing a wooden deck like I've done with the Hamburg tender, so there'll be a proper wooden deck on here and everything. So let's talk about the actual cab, the bridge. This is the part where you control the ship and everything like that. So I did say in the very first update that I would remove the roof just because the lip was all damaged. Plus it allows me access inside to add detail. I want to take the glass out and replace the glass and everything, paint it up. I do have a really cool paint scheme for this model, which I've already mentioned. They'll be a little bit unique, make it my own. But you can see I've removed the hand railing. It's all there in the box. However, I am thinking about putting complete new railings in and everything, because the railings that were on the model were just made out of brass and then soldered on the joints, where I'm thinking about getting proper railing just to make the detail a little bit better. And then the portholes have all been removed as well, the actual brass portholes. I got realistic portholes coming. They should be here today actually, so I can get them fitted once it's all painted and everything. And this is actually at the stage now where I've realised it's very flimsy. The wood, the age of it, has made it very delicate, let's say. So I got to be very careful. When I was moving, taking some of the portholes out and that, the wood did crack in a few places. So what I'm going to do is make it stronger from the inside, just so we don't have any more damages occur. Make it stronger like that, and then I think what I'll do is fill in some of the gaps, and I'll try and fill in all the holes anyway, because I'm going to put my own railings on, and we'll see how we go with that. Also, the one thing that's actually missing from this model is a life raft, a lifeboat. So all ships, boats are, you've got to have one, it's mandatory. If Titanic had more, if only it did. So I'm going to put a lifeboat on the back here, and probably put some davits so it can be lifted over to the side of the boat, which would be nice. It might even be worth fitting a small crane on the back here. We'll see. I know the Billings boat Nordkapp has a crane on the back, but the stern's completely different. So that's something I'm looking at doing. I'll buy a cheap little boat to go on the back of it. Should be quite nice. So yeah, I'll get the cab sorted, get the glass out, that's the next step, sand the top of it, put a new piece of wood on, or even plasticard, I haven't decided yet. And we'll put a lip on it again, which will probably be easier with a plasticard to do, and go from there. I do want to add some lights to this model as well, so if the lights are not in before it goes in the water, all the wiring will be and ready for just linking all the lights up. And again, the chimney, I'm probably going to drill some holes and then customize it slightly just to make it look a little bit more modern and add more detail, because at the moment, I did say this in episode 1, it's just a block of wood, so that'll make that more realistic. And again, I'll be adding figures, you know, I'm not going to overpopulate it with figures, but there'll be a couple on there. So as I finish off this update, there's a few other things I need to mention. I have used this speed bond, which came with the actual Crick Hamburg tender. I didn't use it on there because I was using different glue, but it's I've used it on the interior as well as helping to seal some of the gaps, and I will continue using it on this part of the actual cab. The super glue, which I did show you for filling the holes in the hull, which I've done the job. You've seen it in the water, there was no leaks, I did double check, and so that's great. And then the white I've actually used for the hull is, I buy all my paints from a car shop in Ross-on-Wye, and I always have, that's how I do all my models. Even the paints for the truck to Titanic came from there, but it was Honda Polar white high coat, and that's the white you see here. It does need another coat, but I'll do that in a week. I've run out of this tin, I only had a little bit left anyway, but I managed to get one coat done with it. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. I know there's a lot of people who's very interested in seeing this progress, and I'm on course for possibly middle of February now. It's got to be beginning of March, but middle of February I might be able to get this on the ponds, we'll see. But I'll keep you all updated, of course. I'm really enjoying the project. I've only left it one day since I've had it, and I've got a lot achieved. I've done a lot of sanding, a lot of filling in the gaps with super glue, but it's all coming together really nicely. I'm really enjoying this model. So thank you all for watching. I will see you all soon, and yeah, stay safe, look after yourself, and please like and subscribe to see much more on my model boat restoration, my RC boat restoration. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.